Hello, Phil.
Ah, so it's
Yes.
morning,
Sorry about
right? Oh, hot. How hot does your studio get?
in the afternoon, it is sweltering, about 2 o'clock.
Yeah, 33 was mine today. I was sitting
Wow.
there like this.
It's awesome, isn't it?
I've got my fan.
Oh, I'm not. Yeah,
It's 29 now.
it's incredible, isn't it? What weather?
Yeah, I'm not keen on it. It's too. Everything above 26 is a bit much for me. Nice and hot, but then it gets too much.
Yeah,
Especially in here. I can't do
yeah.
it. It's so hot.
No, you need space. I mean, just over there. You got some trees in your
Mm.
garden.
Uh, sorry. Sorry.
Yeah. Yes.
Sorry.
Yeah.
It's nice
Oh,
and
it's
green, lots of oxide
yeah,
daisies.
yeah.
Yeah, so it's in the shade here mostly, but it's my great design. The great design of the studio. It's like a tin, it's like an oven.
When the sun hits, I know. First thing in the morning here, even on a day like today, it's chilly in this room, and
Oh,
I'm like,
nice.
ooh, yeah. But then 2 o'clock, the sun has come round, and it
Yeah,
just cooks this
yeah, yeah.
incredible.
So I get it in the morning because the sun's up there. So it's there, and then by about 11, it's behind the trees, and then it's in the shade. This bit.
Oh, that's perfect, isn't it?
Yeah, no, but it's the whole. It's just I don't know why. It's just boiling hot. I mean, I got the
Yeah.
window, the door open, the wind. I mean, it was hot, wasn't it, today? So,
Yeah, 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 yeah. Beautiful, beautiful.
yeah,
Love it, love it.
yeah.
Yeah.
So,
So you had a good week.
yeah, not bad. Busy.
What, working or
Yeah, working on this thing with Sam,
yeah?
launching it. So, yeah, it's exciting. It's a sort of school-based well-being, stroke literacy, online subscription thing that
Right.
dovetails. So I'm doing the year 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Writing all the stories and helping the whole thing be educational.
Yeah.
And yeah, it dovetails nicely into Write Inspired. So Sam asked me to be part of it. So
That sounds
I'm,
great. And it's
I'm
got something
presenting to
for
Portugal tomorrow, and I've got 3 Zooms in a row tomorrow presenting, and everyone's very keen. So
yeah.
it's
And it's
quite an
got
easy
something
sell.
for
Infant.
all the years, is it?
No, just early years 1 and 2.
Right. Yeah.
It's Tatty Bumpkin, but a bit more.
Yeah.
But it's sort of still the movement, the story, but I've got this whole extension principles I've written for it all, and that all leads to extension activities. And it's
Yeah.
been hard getting it all. It's all online using a Thinkific. I don't know if you've heard of. It's a sort of online course platform. Sam's done it all,
Right.
but I
Yeah.
hated it at first. It's all linear.
Right.
That's not how I thought. I kept thinking, well, that leads to that, and it's all like this. But in the
Yeah.
end, I've arranged it so there's 7 sections now in each. There's 12 themes, and each theme, yeah, it's a lot of work. So I've only done 2 themes, but we're launching it with 2, which is about half a term's worth. And then we just have to keep
Wow.
catching up.
It looks good. So what do you think of Thinkific?
Uh, I don't really like it, but I'm getting used to it
Right.
because it's very linear. But once we realised we could have download folders, then instead of having lessons, a lot of the stuff I just sort of bung in one folder and just, it's very simple. And then it's like, and then download all this if you want it.
Right. Yeah.
Not having every single thing one after the other. It was like we had 28 different, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Because I said,
Yeah.
teachers, they want to just see the outline, what
Yeah.
do I need, and then go and do it.
Yeah.
This is teaching them how to do it, without, they're not using it to perform, they're just learning about it and then going and doing it with the children. So I'm just doing lots of downloadable extension activities and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
But you know, it's just another. You got to. I mean, Sam asked. I thought, yeah, well, it's completely in line with what I'm. All the activities basically right inspired. So I'm just
Yeah.
and I'm writing all the stories, which is I do when I work with infants. It's all story anyway.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
So hopefully it'll be good for me because it'll lead people in, and we'll see. Who knows?
Has it got a website? Has it got an address
The
yet? Or is it
wholeofme.com is the website, the gate, and then the actual
the whole of me?
wholeofme.com, and then that's the sort of front, and then the actual course bit you won't be able to see yet. But it's it's going to look good, and I've been working with Sue as well.
Sue.
Sue.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
So we've been on Zoom most days for hours.
Have you?
Just trying to organise the chaos. So there's Sam going, and then I'm trying to be rigorous, going, okay, I'll put that there,
Wow.
and that there, and just
Wow.
delete. So I've been trimming things because it's all been too much. I keep saying, you don't need that, get rid of that, bollocks, get rid of that, and
Yeah.
And Sue's really enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. All of them. It's great. But it's a lot of work. Yeah. It's all right.
It's great.
Yeah. It's just it's a Sam thing, She's very. It's
Focused.
a great idea, and I love it. I mean, I genuinely love it. The Portuguese people I've talked to, he loved it. That was 2 days ago. I'm speaking. I'm doing a presentation to the board, the senior management, everything. So he's well on board. And there's another head I'm talking to tomorrow from another school. There's another head, and infant teaching's an easier sell.
Yeah.
Because you can be playful. They want the playful. They want the, so it's a bit easier than what I'm trying to do, which is selling my thing to the older ones, where they're always a bit like, well, where's the, it's a bit easier because. But I'm only year 1 and 2. I'm not doing the early years stuff, really.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So, that's it.
Yeah. Good stuff.
My daily thing. Yeah, it's good. Got to take these things, haven't you?
You got to try different stuff, and you put more hooks in the water. See what comes out. Very good.
Same thing.
Yeah.
So, should I reveal? If I share screen, I can reveal. I don't know if you're going to hear it. What I bought today, and you'll probably go,
right.
Oh,
okay.
that.
Can I have a guess? Maybe can you play anything with it on and it off?
Okay, hang on. Can you hear anything?
No, not yet.
Coming out my headphones, you see. So I don't know how you can. Yeah, it's coming out my headphones. So. It's coming. I could maybe get it.
No, there is a way.
It's going into my. It's coming out of the iRig, and I've routed it.
Here, do this, Phil. Try sharing your screen, and when it asks you which window you want to share, there should be a little tick box saying "Share computer sound." At the same time.
Yes, share computer sound.
Try ticking that at the same time as sharing something.
Right.
And maybe it will.
And then you'll see it, though.
Well, I'll shut my eyes, okay?
Okay.
I'm not looking.
Hang on. To share your computer, please install the Zoom audio design. Oh, I've got no. I've got to. So no.
So no.
Do you know that?
Oh no! What on earth is that?
Ah, well. I can't. It's a shame you can't hear it. I think maybe if I routed it somewhere else, but it would all be I'd have to look. I could try routing it. Let me think. If it comes out of there, no, you're still not going to hear it, I don't think. It's going through Logic at the moment. So it's called Loom 2.
Loom 2.
But it was called Loom. And it's got 850 presets.
Ah, count them.
Yeah, I will. But basically, it's an additive synthesizer working on sine waves. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 modules. Each one, you've got all these different modules you can use. So if you start, and I've not tried it yet, but you start with a simple sine wave, and then you just add things and fiddle around. Then you've got a morph pad that you can then draw, you know, roots, so it just goes round, you know, and then and that you can set the parameters and all that. But it does all this. You know, it's flashing a lot. It's doing all that shit, which is a bit crap. See how it keeps flashing like that?
Yeah.
It's the graphics. So it's not, my computer's just old, I think. It's not, but it seems to work all right. Then that's the edit page. So you can turn these on and off and replace them. But you can just start with a thing, and then you've got this random button here. So you play something and then you random it, and it just gives you loads. And you can keep clicking random, and it just gives you random versions of the green bell. So you've got thousands of presets, and then once you have a preset, you can then fiddle around. So I might think, oh, instead of having stereo there, I'll go for a rhythmic random drops module, and then the sound completely changes, and you can go. I don't know, can you hear anything?
Very slightly. Sort of sounds like a bell taking off.
Yeah, this is a bell now. It's coming out the it's coming out my you know, it's going through MIDI though. It's not.
Can you hear that?
I can hear it through my computer, not through my headphones.
Yeah, the same place you can hear me.
Yeah.
That's the. So, pads, bells.
Yeah, you got
ethereal soundscapes.
You got Meat Loom 2. I'm not quite sure what that is. And then leads, basses, wobble, pads. What's that?
Another demo.
Oh, I see. Yeah, if you go to default, that's it. That gives you one wave.
Right.
And then you can add stuff. So default, you can start to build your own sounds. And I watched this guy online. He had the basic. It just goes, ding, and then he adds just a couple of things. It sounds bloody phenomenal.
Yeah.
So it's really, so it's an additive synthesizer. So
additive, yeah. Have you got any? I don't think I've got an additive synthesizer.
And it was 25 quid.
Yeah, Air Music.
Reduced from 100. So.
Oh, yeah, man. Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know why it says X64. I don't know what that means. 64-bit, probably. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it was a bit of a nightmare. I downloaded it and then put the serial number in iLock because they said I had to. And then another thing popped up from them going, authorize it. And it said you can't authorize it. Oh, and then it started crashing. So that it was a bit of a nightmare. So I wrote to support. Then they reset the authorization code. And so that started then, because I already had one that I was It was all like, no, don't reset it. So, anyway, I got it
Yes.
working in the end.
Yes.
But it wasn't easy. So yeah, a bit worrying. Because normally you just load things and they just work.
Yeah. Last plugin I bought was from Air as well. It was the transfuser.
Right.
And it made me feel like that was like £9 or something down.
Yeah.
It made me feel like they were just clearing out the basement and just trying to get rid of what sell what they could for what they could get.
I don't know. I mean, maybe they're bringing out Loom 3 or something.
No, I don't know. It feels like it's more like it's been bought by somebody who's just trying to, squeeze the juice out of it while they can. Because the one that I've got feels like it's not been updated in a while and that it's not really compatible anymore.
Yeah.
But
this is if you go to Air, because the people who make this Air technology or something, they're quite big. They're German.
Yeah.
And this was 2018. It's only 2 years ago. It's got amazing reviews. So
well,
I don't know.
Wait to find out. Can't wait. I just look at that and it feels. I do like the idea of how you're selling it there, the additive thing. But
yeah, it's just 10 things.
So
that's it.
complicated.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And each thing you've got all these modules.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they're very simple. So I mean, people were complaining it's hard to use. I think it's piss easy. Then here you've got 3 filters. So here down here, those 3 here, 1, 2, 3, or 4. And I can send, so that one I can now send to 1, 2, 3, or 4.
Yeah.
It's really easy.
Yeah.
So I send it to that one. It's now being influenced by that, which I can then move around.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then that one I can send to another one. And that one, so it's really easy.
Yeah.
And then this, you slide back and forth, the dampening and then you turn another one on and think, right, I'm going to have a rhythmical phrase module. And now it's lovely. It's saying, digga, 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 digga. So I can go there, the rate, and I can do all the different, have 32. So it's going, and then complex, you got all the different, it's easy.
Yeah.
Down 16, so it's going, and the graphic's great, so you see it going down.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then the length of the notes and the level, and then you add something else. Think, I'll put a time, I'll put a repeater, don't know what that is. And now it's standing completely bizarre.
And you're only on, and you're, I mean, you can.
And then you've got your limiter here, so it starts peaking, you switch that on.
Yeah.
And then fiddle around with that.
Yeah.
You've got your reverbs, your delays, modulation, distortion. I don't know why anyone would find it difficult to use. It's easy.
Yeah. Yeah. That's good, isn't it?
It's a very nice interface. That's why I bought it, really. I've watched a few videos. Oh, I like, just for my work, because I'm always doing soundscapes and...
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, no, this would be perfect for that.
And I like the random button. So there now, I can go like that, and it just randomizes.
Yes. That's
like you were saying last week.
Yeah. Yeah, no, absolutely. That's what the other one they've got. It's got a sort of smart randomizer button. Again, when it says random, it's not entirely random. It's sort of it's musically random. I find, what they've done. It's clever. Like it.
There we go. Zoom.
All right. That is great, Phil. That's incredible. And how much was that?
25 quid.
I mean, you got to love software for that.
I know. I mean, when I was going to buy it for 100, I was all set. Really? And I thought, I'll just look around. It was like, I thought that must be something. That's why I rang you. I thought, is this some sort of con?
Nah. It's amazing, isn't it?
Because on the Air site, it's about 85 quid.
Mm.
So I thought it was a no-brainer because I was really thinking, oh, should I? And then
Boom. Now that is the
25 quid
kind
just
of,
to give it a go.
yeah, that's the kind of deal you can
Yeah,
really get
take a
behind, isn't
punt
it?
on.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, brilliant. Well, that's your homework for next week is to make that make a sound.
Yeah, that I
Uh,
really like.
how can you? How can we need to get your audio coming out of here, don't we?
Well, I could try. Hang on, let me just go to Logic a second, and I'll.
No, don't do it now, Phil. I
Okay.
can't bear it. But if
No,
you maybe during the week you could. So it said that you needed to install something, did it?
no. I think because the sound comes out of this, as in you can have an output coming out of this.
Yeah.
I've just routed it, so this is working like a MIDI controller now.
Yeah.
You can have it working as almost like a hardware keyboard.
Yeah.
I don't know if that make a difference. So then the sound's coming out of, and then it routes into the, I don't know.
Yeah. I'm sure we can do it.
Yeah.
Well, that's very exciting.
Your volume's gone quite quiet for some reason.
Is it?
Oh, that's better.
Is it? I just turned the microphone a bit low.
Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't spent anything. Haven't bought anything. Happy. Mind you, I haven't done anything. This is taking up all the only creative time I have in a week at the moment.
Oh, I see.
I've only just got back from walking the dog and playing badminton.
Oh.
And as soon as this finishes, I'm going to go and hang out with the girls for the rest of the evening.
Yeah.
So, I tell you, all I am doing is practicing my guitar once in a while. Oh God, I love practicing my guitar. I could just be happy practicing my guitar for hours. It's so enjoyable.
Yeah.
I still haven't. You're gonna have to teach me how to strum again. I can't. I can't do that fast. Waka chaka 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 chaka. I can't even really do any kind of. I thought I was a strumming person, but now I'm not so sure that I'm. I don't know whether this don't know whether it works properly. My wrist. I watch I watch them online, and they just don't they? They just and I've seen you playing, and your hand just somehow whips up and down, and the plectrum stays on the strings, and it's all.
So what, is it flying off or something when you do it? Or?
Yeah, it just sort of gets stuck. It's all like. It just doesn't feel, like flexible and like, it doesn't feel anything like funky. And I don't know how to.
No, it's one of those things I don't really know. Just
yeah, I think. Yeah, you say that, but I spent nearly a year trying to practice that. That chic good times riff, starting really slow and then building up the tempo, and then I just get to a certain speed, which wasn't even sort of like, well, barely half the speed that it needed to be, and it just starts going. So I wonder, I just maybe, physically, I'm not capable.
I don't know. Never say never.
Maybe you could record your technique in slow motion and I could compare it or something.
Yeah. It's one of those things. I don't really know how. Don't know.
How it works.
Maybe it's the way you're holding the plectrum or something. It might be as simple as that.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, I think it's, it could be just a thing of mechanics, that I'm just.
Probably is.
I can kind of do it if I haven't got a plectrum, if I'm just doing it with my fingertips, I can kind of get a thing going to a certain speed, but definitely not the double. You know how you can throw in a double twice as fast? Yeah. No way.
No.
I don't know how does that even happen? It's a mystery.
Yeah.
maybe the world is divided into people who can do that and people who, you know, and you just got to deal with it.
Oh, well, I bought Dylan's new album.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you've heard.
No.
It's being hailed a master. It is phenomenal.
Oh yeah.
It's being hailed a masterpiece. You know, like
yeah. Really?
Yeah. It's called Those Rough and Rowdy Ways. It's called. And
Yeah.
there's 9 songs on one CD and then 1 song on the other, called Murder Most Foul, which is all about Kennedy. It's 17 minutes long.
Yeah.
And it's his only #1. That's what he released in the album, Murder Most Foul. He released it about 2 months ago. And it went to the Billboard charts. It's the only #1 Dylan's ever had. So
no way. No way.
And it is brilliant. And the whole album, it's very much of the time. It's quite bleak. I mean, lyrically, it's phenomenal. And musically, it's phenomenal. It's just phenomenal. It's an absolute masterpiece. It's like a swan song. Worries me because Barry did a swan song, then died. And then Leonard Cohen did a swan song and died. Prince, you know, I'm a bit like, don't, you know, because he's 79 now. Bob.
Plenty of life left in him.
Yeah, but he's done this amazing album, you see, very reflective, very, yeah. But if you want it on Radio 6, Gideon Coe, it's still, you can still hear it on BBC Sounds.
Yeah.
He just plays the album, no breaks.
Oh, really?
So have a listen. It's well worth a listen. It's, if you can give it an hour and a half, well, an hour and 20 minutes, just sit back and it's a brilliant album.
All right, I'll put it on. I'm not promising I'm going to like it. I'll tell you what I do like, though.
Yeah.
Is that Susan Sonfuhr.
Oh, you like her? Yes, Susan Sonfuhr.
That album you recommended.
Thank you.
My goodness, that is fantastic.
Yeah.
Loving that.
Yeah. But for Reincarnation, that's the one for me.
Yeah, that's good. But I mean, the whole journey is just beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, makes you
voice.
Great voice, great melodies, great
great playing.
Instrumentation. You know, it's got when the electronic music comes in, it's just what you would have. It's so delicate, but you know, just the right stuff. It's not bombastic.
It's a great album, but some of what she's done is utter bonkers.
Yeah.
Some of her albums, I've got 3 of her out. No, but some of it is a bit like, oh my god.
Right. Yeah.
It goes a bit weird, but she is brilliant. I love her weirdness, actually.
Yeah.
Lots of jazz fusion, kind of weird.
Oh, well, this isn't like that, is it? I mean,
no, that is really quite folky, really.
Yeah. Lovely. Reminds me of Joni Mitchell.
Yeah.
So elegant, you know, such elegant use of the tools, you know, not, you know, me, I'd have to chuck the kitchen sink in to make my point, whereas she could do it with just the right, know, synth part or the right harmony. Lovely. Yeah, excellent stuff. So good couple of recommendations there.
Yeah, I think you're like, well, you might like the Dylan one. I mean, it's there's one of the first song, I Contain Multitudes, is a great, just about the complexity of people and brilliant lyrically.
What's he saying about Kennedy?
Well, it's not. It's more about the death of. He talks about how the king was shot in front of everyone, and it's almost like the first 2, but it's 17 minutes long. But then it's all about the loss of how times changed and how we don't have reference points, and it's like a change how the world is different now, and it's, you know, very relevant to coronavirus in a way. And you know, he was asked in an interview in the New York Times, and they said, do you fear your own? Do you fear death? And he said, no, I don't fear my own death. He says, I fear the death of the human race. You know, and he's quite. It's yeah. I mean, lyric is very. It's a big lyric, but yeah, all the kind of he the last sort of 3 verses is all about music he'd want to play. It's beautiful. And he makes reference points to all kinds of these great acts, these great bands, these great singers, these great, yeah, I don't know, he's just, I suppose, mourning the past of a different time, you know, into a sort of more, whatever it is now, I don't know. Bournemouth Beach, need I say more?
Bournemouth Beach.
You know, you give people, I mean, just, I don't know, just find it depressing. The selfishness, you know, they're just the sort of, I want to have a good time, fuck everyone else.
It's humans, isn't it?
Yeah,
you know that.
Maybe it is.
Humans as a parasitic virus is it's easy to buy into that on days like today, isn't it?
Yeah, but we'll see. We'll see. Hopefully, because you know, it doesn't look good that we're probably going to get another peak and it's all going to go tits up. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we won't, but the crowds and the lack of social distancing, you just think, well, can't see anything else. I can't see how it's not going to happen, really.
No,
it's not gone anywhere.
No, absolutely. No magic thing has happened.
No. It's just about just being a bit careful and caring about each other, really caring, like a caring beyond, you know, because that real kind of, I'm not going to get close to you because I might give it to you or you might give it to me, and either interaction would mean either one of us might give it to someone else, and I care about that, so I'm going to make sure I keep my distance. Regardless of what Johnson or any of those arseholes say. This is just science now. It's just, that's the basic thing, you know, virus. Without the politics of how they've dealt with it and how any country's dealt with it, that kind of personal, isn't it? That personal, just care about each other. Just look after each other. That's what we've got to do now. And I fear that we're not so much now, really. And I just find that a bit like, oh, great.
Yeah. Well, you know, the last election, we had the choice of voting for a.
Exactly. You know. Yeah, you're right. I remember you saying, yeah.
So, yes. But, yeah, I totally agree. The government have said it's all right to get back together, so for everyone to go out there. So you know, there is no leadership saying danger. So there's every excuse that people who don't care need to go out, isn't there? Government says it's all right. There you go. Yeah, I'm thinking for yourself is a rare commodity, isn't it?
Yeah.
If it doesn't match. But how are you? Are you staying safe? You are able to stay safe?
Yeah, I'm feeling. Yeah. We went on summer solstice. We went the first.
I saw your pictures. Yeah.
And it was really nice, and we were very careful. And there were some really interesting people. There's obviously, you know, Come On Eileen, Dexy's Midnight Runners.
Yes.
So the violinist, she's a friend of a friend, Helen.
Ah.
And she's such a lovely person, you know. And she wrote a book about her because she's sort of her experiences.
Did she play? Was she one of the ones in Don't Stand Me Down? Because it was Kevin, the pianist, wasn't there? And I think it was the violinist lady.
Her name's Helen O'Hara is her name. So.
Is that Don't Stand Me Down is one of my all-time top albums.
It might be. I mean, she was on, you know, Come On Eileen. That's the famous, obviously.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it was just not. I was only Edward just told my friend Edward, the Glaswegian guy. He just said, "Oh, I've met her before."
Yes, 10 members to down to just 4. Vocalist Kevin Rowland, guitarist Billy Adams, violinist Helen O'Hara,
That's
and
it. Yeah.
saxophonist Nick Gatfield.
Right.
Wow.
There we are.
Wow.
So we
Oh,
had a long
she's,
chat with her.
yeah,
She was
yeah.
now playing with Tanita Tikaram.
Oh, yeah.
And I remember I used to love Tanita Tikaram, and that was in the early 90s, late 80s, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Good tradition of love and hate, down by the fire. So it's just weird, because she's older than me, but she's now my age. Sort of thing, now we're all older.
Yes. Yeah.
So, but she's lovely, really lovely person, really lovely. So we all went up to Point Hill. There were about 7 of us, which is a little bit too many, but we were all distancing and.
Well, you got to listen to This Is What She's Like, because apparently that was written by Roland about her.
Oh, really?
Fantastic, because that's great. It's got the two. It's such a good album. He's going, so where you been? And I've just been around town. There's Kevin, in his droll manner. He's going, no, where have you been? Go on, tell me. He's going, what? What are you talking about? This is the album, yeah. They followed up Come On Eileen. You can hear the record company execs just putting their heads in their hands and weeping because they wanted another, Come On Eileen. He's delivered this spoken word monologue going into this gorgeous song. But it's, the kind of people who put creases in their old Levi's. Oh, it's and that's what it's written about her, which she said made them pretty uncomfortable to record. I bet, yeah. The kind that use expressions like tongue in cheek. Indeed, I do. Oh, fantastic. Yeah, sorry.
There we are. So there we go. And I, chatting to her.
Yeah. Nice crowd. You see, there you go, Phil. There you go. Okay, restoring your faith in humanity.
God, yeah, there's loads. I mean, most people are lovely. It's just
that's right.
It's the media's fault, because if the media hadn't if they weren't plastering pictures of Bournemouth Beach everywhere, I wouldn't know. And I still think everyone was lovely,
Yeah. So you're blaming the media.
Well, it's just we don't need to know, do we? We all know there's unpleasant people, selfish people.
And if you ram them in people, if they ram them in your face, then
you think everyone's like that.
Right. Whereas, yes, absolutely. Yeah. So how did you consume that piece of media?
I saw it on BBC, just the news app.
Did you? So you opened that news app then?
Yeah, I just opened it just to see. I like to flick through. Well, first I saw Rebecca Long Bailey's been sacked. You see, that popped up as a notification. So I read about that, and then.
Right, and then once you're in, it's a gateway.
Have a look at this bad news as well. While you're at it.
Yeah. This is going to wind you up no end. Here you go.
Yeah, but no.
Right, let's do a segment, Phil. Let's do a segment. I'll open up the old wheel of names.
Oh, the wheel, yes.
And we'll see what segment we do today. It's a bit like that bit of Trumpton when it used to spin around and somebody used to come up and you'd never know who it was going to be. Right, here we go. Spinning. All right. Vet the vet. So this is where we ask the studio audience questions that they've posted to ask Phil that they want to know about the recording industry.
Oh, right. I don't know anything about the recording industry.
Well, how long have you been doing it? It says here what questions would you ask someone who has recorded over 200 albums? Is that a little bit excessive? Have you really recorded
200.
200
Yeah,
albums?
no one's recorded 200 albums. Even Dylan's only done 39.
Really?
Yeah.
Is there any kind of like footballers like to uh, strikers like to have the record for the most goals scored? Are you after Dylan's 39?
No, God, no. No, no.
It's not competitive like that. You think
No,
if I can
no,
get to 40, then I'm better
no.
than Dylan? No, you sure?
Positive.
Okay,
I
right.
don't
So that
know how many albums. I don't. I've no idea. Probably only about 14, maybe.
no, really.
Probably. Yeah.
Compilations and greatest hits,
But they're
including
not.
those
No, it's got to be fresh material. You can't have.
fresh material
Yeah, you can't be like compilations and best
featured
of.
on
No,
Mo.
they're not albums.
14. That's still pretty impressive, isn't it?
I
Yeah.
don't know.
Um,
I honestly don't know how many. I don't know how many
okay.
I've
Well,
recorded.
that's another bit of homework for you. How many
Okay.
albums have you recorded? The only question. So our listeners, if we asked you to, write in, contact us, or put in the comments questions that you would like to ask Phil, then next time Vet the Vet comes up, we'll do that. But
Or
there's only
you.
one.
They could ask you.
There's only one question here. We've only got one question from our audience. So uh, the question is the groupie game all it's cracked up to be?
Again, I've no idea.
You've
Sorry.
no idea. Really?
No,
So,
sadly, no. You'd have to ask Chris.
really?
Dropped it right in it. No, not at all. Chris and I were always, I remember out in Switzerland having a pee next to Chris, thinking, we're not really rock starry, are we? It's like, evening. Oh, God.
So you've toured all around Europe. You've released 14 albums.
And
You've been doing
no,
this
yeah,
since you were a
there were
teenager.
groupies. There were groupies, but not, you know, not in the kind of, well, just nice people and you'd hang out with them. It was
Yeah,
never, you know,
sordid.
sorted. And, no,
No. So
no.
I think that's a no then, isn't it?
Yeah.
Really?
Well, it's better, it could have been, if you were a different sort of person, I'm sure it'd be a great laugh. But
Mm.
yes.
Okay, well, there we go. No is the answer to that one. Thank you very much. That's the end of Vet the Vet. Not sure, unless we get some better questions, I'm not sure whether that segment's coming back. It's a bit pants, isn't it?
No.
One word answers from
No.
Britain's hardest working acoustic artist. Anyway, I'm sure our avid listeners will have much better questions that will elicit far more interesting answers from
Right.
our vet next time.
They can ask you as well, though, Darren. It's a bit unfair that I'm the one in the firing line.
I'm not a vet of they can ask me questions about programming. I can
Okay.
definitely answer those.
Right.
Definitely answer any questions you have
Right.
about object orientated programming. I'm your man. But,
Okay. Right.
yeah, all right. Okay, so I think have you been on the website either? Have you listened to the podcast yet?
No, I didn't even know. You'd have to. Where
And
is it?
I need to find it, don't I?
Yeah.
I've just stuck it on my on the Enjoy This Moment website at the moment. It's got quite a cool URL. It's enjoy this /podcast / Phil and Danny show. Let me. Yeah, there's a dot in between the H and the I of this.
Oh, right. Enjoy.is
/podcast.
/podcast.
Yeah.
/
Well, that'll do. That'll do. Because we've only got one podcast so far in the channel. So when you go there, you get the full Phil and Danny show experience. I think there is a Phil and Danny show specific feed, but
no, I can't find it. I have to read it again. Enjoy th.is podcast /
no, enjoy th.is/podcast.
This /podcast, yeah.
That should do it.
Oh, there we are. Phil and Danny Show episode 4. There we go. There they all are. Oh, they're great.
Yeah, look, they come out really well, and I haven't listened to episode 4 yet, which is why I hasn't got contents. But the other ones I've listened through to them, listened back to them, and got the contents down, and thoroughly enjoyed it as well.
Great, well done.
Mm.
Yeah. So we got any listeners?
I am not sure how to tell. Only by people commenting, and I'm not sure. I don't think we've had any comments yet. So we could have, silent listeners.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the interactions. When they start sharing their comments with us. I think I need to do something. I need to submit it to Apple or something like that, or go somewhere, and we need to start. You see, this is where it all goes wrong for me. And do the content, but then I can't do the marketing. That.
There we are. That's me as well.
Mm.
Yeah.
No, you do great, Phil. You got listeners.
Well, I don't know. I mean, the Spotify. I don't know, because I don't know. It's just keeping it up, isn't it? We've done it before. It's just keeping.
Yeah. It's exhausting, isn't it?
Yeah. It's frustrating, but just got to keep going. It's still getting. The EP is that. Each week not each week, but I've checked, and the last 7 days, there's people are listening, and from all over the world, and
fantastic.
So at least it's being heard.
Yeah.
But it's to get it to sort of push it beyond that. You just got to be posting all the time.
Yeah.
And I just don't know.
Yeah, I know. And then you think, have I got to be doing that, or am I just trying to push shit up a hill? You know what I mean? Is this what people who are successful do, or is what people who are successful do is what I'm doing, but just people connect with their music more than they're connecting with mine?
Yeah.
It's always difficult to tell, isn't it? I think it's probably a bit of both. Some people are successful because they love to network, and other people are successful because, their music hits the right note and
at the right time,
gets the shares. That's what you want, isn't it? You want, I always imagine it's like lighting a fire. You can light your, might light as many matches as you like, but unless it catches,
Yeah,
you're never going to be warm just from lighting
yeah.
matches. You need it to catch, and
A lot
nothing.
of luck involved. A lot of luck.
Lot of luck.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what
right
we like
place.
to
Say it
say.
all the time. Right person, right time, right moment, right. And it's just, you know.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
And then it sort of has a life of its own. Then, if you hit that wave, and you have enough stuff to follow the wave, it
Yeah,
kind of carries you on.
you can
But,
surf the
yeah,
wave, like they say. It's very
like a
much.
one-hit wonder kind of. They might be lucky and get the one-hit wonder, but if they've got nothing, then it fizzles out, and that's fine.
Yeah,
But if you are a sort of talent, or you've got a back catalogue, or you've got credibility, whatever, then you get the wave, and then you kind of keep enough interest, and what you keep adding to the pot
yeah,
keeps your people who like you interested.
yeah,
And then you can almost not care then, because there's enough people interested that it doesn't really matter. You bring out your stuff, and there's enough people who will tell enough people to always have enough people interested, really.
yeah. And then you swap the problem of trying to find people for the problem of trying to second guess what you should record next to
Yeah,
make
but
them carry on
that's not,
liking you.
yeah. But I think that's a pitfall, isn't it? To sort of think, well, if I try and satisfy these millions, you can't second guess people. It's not.
No, I
There's
agree you
something for
can't.
everyone out there, so you
I
can't try and produce what they like. You just have to
I
do what
agree
you do.
you can't, but equally, can you not? You know,
Of
I can
course, yeah,
imagine being in that situation and not being able to not think
yeah, of
about whether
course,
I
because
would
yeah, yeah.
and
Because when you're
disappearing up my
recording,
own
yeah, when you're
backside.
recording, you always think, oh, people will love. Oh, this is quirky enough. This is whatever. But actually, I'm beyond that now. I just think you just got to do what you do and be
Mm,
happy with it, and then it's always a bonus. If people like it, great. If they don't like it, whatever. But it's not whether if they're not hearing it, if they're not, you can't really just have to put it. It's a tiny little speck in an enormous ocean.
yeah, absolutely.
Whatever you do, whoever does it,
Yeah,
still a speck.
yeah. I mean, even Susan Sonfure or Bob Dylan, the number of people on this planet who will hear what they tried to get across on that album, let
Yeah,
alone the number of people who actually heard any of the songs, is a tiny speck, isn't it?
yeah. Yeah.
So it's all irrelevant anyway, isn't it?
And that's it. Dylan's always been a bit like that. He's always done what he wants to do.
Mm.
He really doesn't. The fact that he's being called a masterpiece, it won't be. He's too long in the tooth. This is his first album for 8 years of new material. He's not in any rush to, his marketing people are. They're always bringing out re-releases, bootlegs, and rarities and stuff because he's got such a huge back catalogue.
Mm.
But he's always done what he wants. He always has.
Yeah.
Which is great.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. And that's why he's still going.
Yeah.
Because he's still got something to say,
And he's enjoying it. I think.
He's enjoying it. Phil, you
Mm.
delivered the money shot there. Well played, sir. Bonus point to you. Excellent stuff, Phil. Well, I'm going to wrap this up now.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'll try and get.
Sorry, go on.
No, I'll try and get something in. I haven't done any music at all for a couple of weeks now.
No, me neither.
Of course, I've got Ozone 9. I got it working. So there we go. I haven't actually used it yet, but
yeah. Yeah. I did get our song out. I'm so excited by that. but I haven't made much progress on it. But
No, yeah,
don't worry, it's coming. It's coming.
good, good,
It's
good.
going to be really good.
Very good.
Yeah.
Enjoy the thunderstorms tomorrow. I'm charging up my recorder to get some nice thunder recordings.
Oh, good. Yeah, I've got to go. Actually, I've got to go up to London for a 9 o'clock dentist tomorrow morning.
Really?
Yeah. Any tips?
In what way? You mean getting there, or just for dental appointments generally?
No, getting there, surviving, not getting the virus.
Wear a mask, or are you coming in your car or a train?
Ah, God, I think it's right in the city of London. It's in
Right.
so I've got to catch the train.
Just wear a mask and look out the window, turn your face away from people. That's
Yeah, yeah,
hand wash, bring a if you've got some sanitizer,
yeah, yeah.
and then you should be fine, really. I mean, they're saying it's 1 in 1,700 people, isn't it? Something like that.
Mm,
It's infected,
right.
which sounds a lot, but obviously in millions, that's a lot. But chances are you won't meet anyone who's infected.
No.
Quite
No.
low in London at the moment, apparently.
Is it quite quiet in London, or is it?
No, not really. I know it's busy. It's much busier than it was.
Yeah.
It's like traffic jams, and yeah, it's all the same. It's got back to the same, but apparently
Right.
it's not.
Yeah. Yeah.
It feels a lot busier now.
Yeah.
Park was rammed today.
Was it? Yeah.
Well, so hot.
Yeah.
So.
All right, Phil.
Well, good luck. What are you having done? Just a checkup, or?
Half my tooth fell out at the beginning of the week, so I really want to get something in there before it,
all falls out.
Yeah. Yeah. You don't want that, do you?
Yeah. Oh, good luck.
Thank you very much. You have a good week too. Good luck with the
you
rest
too.
of your work, and see you next week, Phil.
Yeah, next week, same time, same place.
Lovely jubbly.
All
All right,
right,
you take care now.
See you soon. Bye.